I better be heard this morning. I better be heard this morning. I know y'all hear me. I better be heard this morning. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Do you hear what I'm telling you this morning? Can you hear a bitch? Can you see a bitch? You can hear a bitch and see a bitch. I was down there in the comment section with y'all motherfucking ass, and y'all down there saying this shit down here about I'm trolling. Don't start that shit this morning. Don't you start none of that motherfucking shit this morning. It's too early in the morning for that. God damn it. I wanted to know, could y'all hear me? Now, y'all give me 1 second because I'm getting this goddamn pocketbook and shit. I just woke up. Bitches, lazy. I don't really get up in the morning until 12 o'clock. God damn it. Thank you, Kay. Don't start that shit. And this program let me see all the shit y'all said. Don't you start that shit this morning, God damn it. Now, let me fix this shit over here. I run this shit myself. Mo only comes on Mondays. God damn it. Don't you start that motherfucking shit this morning. Hold on now. Let me fix this bullshit now here. This ain't a regular show. This is my show. All the shit is my motherfucking show. So it just ain't no regular show. Let me edit that. Hold on. Edit. Y'all ain't got nowhere to go. Carry your ass back to bed if you need to do something. Rushing me, god damn it. I'm giving y'all this shit for free. Cut the bullshit out. Oh shit, this the wrong thing. Hold on. There it is. The Maddie in the Morning Show. Here we go. Here we go in this motherfucker. MIA in this bitch. MIA in this bitch. MIA in this bitch. MIA in this bitch. God damn it. Good morning. Good the fuck morning, okay? I'm here loud, live, and in color. I got the tea kettle on upstairs. So I'm going to put the bitch on commercial in a second. Well, not commercial. You're going to see that fucking screen with my face on it pointing and telling y'all good morning. And I'm going to bring my tea kettle down here this morning. Now, listen. I want to start out by saying good morning to everybody and thank you. Like all the way around in total watching, we have currently right now 1,566 people watching across all the platforms at 11 o'clock a.m. this morning. I'm looking at it here in my stats. Child, let me get my pocketbook. Hold on. Hold on now. Oh, girl, mama's is getting old. Hold on, y'all. And don't you say a goddamn thing about it until I get back. I'll be sick of y'all doing I'm hearing all that talking and shit. I know y'all heard me coming up and down the stairs, bitch. Y'all know I walk hard, goddammit. Y'all know I walk hard. So I know y'all heard me. Yeah, you heard me, right? Oh. Had to go upstairs and get my pocketbook, huh? You know, Chi been out smoking weed and stuff all for the whole past couple of days. Ain't gave a fuck about the Rona. So We possibly won't be seeing Chi-Chi this morning. But anyway, we'll make it work. Shit. Y'all know me. I make it happen, Maury. Make it happen, Maury. You said, what Craig at? Hold on. Let me see what a good daughter at. Let me turn on this motherfucking radio. Damn, this tangerine good. Y'all better get y'all some motherfucking tangerines when y'all go to the grocery store. Ooh. I like me old nasty tangerine, bitch. Sickening. Let me see if this bitch gonna connect. Oh my God, thank y'all so much. Y'all so sweet. Y'all be hitting the bitch. Thank you, man. Don't start this shit now. What was this outside? Settings. Bluetooth. Turn my motherfucking Bluetooth on. Oh my God, thank you. Here we go. The Bluetooth. Let me call this hoe first to see before I start sending her this damn thing. Let me call this bitch. That hoe might be acting like she's sleep because she had a boyfriend over there last night. We're going to see if the hoe sleep because she had a boyfriend over there last night. Hey, girl, you up?
Yes, I'm about to go to the Parkway run.
Oh, you ain't joining us this morning? Craig ain't joining us this morning, y'all. I told y'all he was gonna act funny. Y'all, if y'all watch his live last night, he had some new boy over there.
No, I can talk to you while I'm on my way.
I bet you I ain't finna. Your phone ain't finna be snap crackling and popping on my shit.
It's not about to be snap crackling and popping. I have Verizon.
You did what?
It's not going to be snap crackling and popping. I have Verizon.
Oh, okay. You got Verizon? Yeah, I'm sitting here talking to the people. They was asking me. I said, before I send you this link, let me motherfucking know. Let motherfucking know. I don't want you getting on here with your motherfucking tight clothes on, them damn host roll ass workout clothes you be wearing. I don't want to see you in them host roll ass. You in them host roll ass workout clothes, bitch.
That's exactly what I got on.
Oh my God. Craig, the ass is getting smaller and smaller. Craig, you got to do squats. You used to have a little ass when you was eating meat.
Oh God.
Hold on, girl. Let me see. Let me click the link. The people want to see what you got on, and then I'm clicking your ass off. Oh my God. Don't listen. Don't do that. God gonna punish. Don't do that, Craig. Don't you do that, because God gonna punish you for having that ass, not having enough ass in them pants no more. You used to be able to shake what you got in those jeans. Craig, we don't text no more. You done got this new boyfriend all of a sudden. Damn, hold on.
I have no boyfriend. That's probably why I can't find nobody, because you keep telling people that I got somebody.
Child, don't you know people out here in the world is trash? They love to fuck you. Don't you know how many of them hoes be in David inbox?
But look, when they think you got somebody,
they think you got a bitch. They all in David's inbox right now, trying to suck David's dick, lick his little booty he got, fuck him, all kinds of shit. I tell them hoes all the time. I be in his inbox. I be seeing what y'all be seeing here.
Oh my God.
Trash ass bitches.
My candy, man.
This the time you gonna get somebody when they think you with somebody.
You sent me the link, me.
Girl, you supposed to got Verizon. How you ain't got the motherfucking link?
I heard it beat this down, but I didn't know that was it.
It was me. Oh, well, who would it been?
Well,
Craig.
I'm very important now, and I have lots of.
I know you do, but Craig, did you tell him about us? That's all I want to know. Did you tell him about us?
The way you be telling these stories, you be making the people think that I'm fucking every day, that I got all these people that I'm dating. That's why the people stand away from me.
Girl, them people ain't staying away from you.
They think I'm busy.
Really?
They think I'm busy, girl.
Murder, you need to stay in. The people saying the coronavirus is loose out here.
I'm going for a run.
Murder, that shit is airborne. Why can't nobody sit their ass down? This is why we still out here. We can't go nowhere. Because y'all won't sit your asses down somewhere. God damn it. Girl, you keep on worrying about that black seed oil and that corona gonna slide right in your lung system. And I'm gonna be on the side of the bed crying.
I just get my celery juice.
I'm gonna be on the side of the bed crying. He took a good puss out of this world. He took a good puss. Oh. Girl, you didn't get the link yet, girl. The people.
I got the link. I was lacing up my sneakers, so when I get on the
girl, let me hang up on you. I have to hang up on that hoe, y'all. That hoe come walking this world doing a whole lot. All right, this morning, y'all, I want to talk to y'all about some stuff this morning. I'm gonna open up the line because I remember me telling y'all the other day that girl, the tea kettle screaming. Hold on. When this hoe go down, I'm gonna turn the tea kettle off. I want to talk about this that I posted on my Instagram. Now I don't know if this was real. But I'm finna post this up here. This is what we talking about this morning. We talking about this shit right here. I'm finna tell some of y'all mothers up. That is how gone. Okay, I just put this on because some of y'all mothers finna get towed up this morning. Now, let me also send this to Craig so I can drag this over here so I can drag this on the Craig. This is what we talking about this morning. Girl, here she go outside, girl. Hold on, y'all. Here she go outside, y'all. With
it's
all
a
this
beautiful day in the A.
Craig, the corona gonna try to come. Yeah, the corona gonna try to come through the Wi-Fi bit.
The cherry blossom. What you say?
I don't need the corona. The corona gonna try to come through the Wi-Fi.
Now look at the cherry blossoms.
I don't give a fuck about no cherry blossoms.
Do you see those cherry blossoms right there?
I do. I see them, daughter. Daughter, I see them. Craig,
like that.
Cuz what is you doing out there? What is you doing out there in the corona?
Well, I hope it ain't over here by me.
Well, girl, it's everywhere. It's in the air, bitch.
Good morning, everybody.
Well, girl, here she go, y'all.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to be alive.
It is.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me add this because this is what I want to talk about this morning, girl.
What's that?
I hope the people can see it. Hold on, here it go. I'm finna put this up here, then I'm gonna go up here and get my tea kettle just screaming.
Oh, wait a minute, you wanted to see my workout clothes, huh?
Yo, here she go, y'all. Here go her fashion show. Let's sit back and look at the whole fashion show. Girl, no, you want to? Keep going, daughter. Come on. Let us see your fashion show, girl. Turn around. Let us
saw
see it. I want to see the fashion show. Go ahead.
You see my backpack?
No, we don't want to see the backpack. We want to see your ass. So turn around and let us see the ass. Greg, you ain't got a nice future. You used to have ass when you was eating that meat and stuff, but goddamn it, you ain't got shit no more.
He still got a nice future behind him.
He do.
He do.
That's for somebody. If you last through the corona, bitch, somebody gonna get it. But I want you to start telling those men about us, Craig. You let those men come in your life, but you don't tell them about us.
Show me the story we talking about.
You never ever want. It's okay. They gonna find out one day when I stop the wedding. Hey,
Girl, I think you be doing this intentionally, girl, so we can work together forever, girl. You don't want me to ever get married.
Girl, you gonna get married? I'm still gonna stop the wedding. Yeah.
You don't want me to get married. Wait. I saw that. If my child and my husband both had COVID and needed a ventilator, and we only could give one to one of them, I'm saving my husband. I wouldn't want to raise my child without my spouse if I could help it. That's crazy.
And she said, my child can't help me more than the loss of my husband.
I mean, when I first read it, I was thinking from the perspective of, well, they could have another child.
Hold on, Craig. Let me make it on the full screen.
Okay. It's spring. The bumblebees are out.
I want y'all to read this out here with me now. Somebody said that this was a girl. She was just joking, and she was playing, and you know all this kind of stuff. Now, if she was joking and playing, okay, but we gonna dissect this shit this morning, okay? Early we gonna dissect this motherfucking shit this morning. Hold on, Craig. Let me put you on mute so I can read this. If my child and my husband both had COVID and needed a ventilator, and we could only give one to them, I'm saving my husband. I wouldn't want to raise my child without my spouse if I could help it. My child can't help me more in the loss of my husband. My God, today. My God, today.
She said what she said.
She said what she said.
But you know, some women are like that. Well, I shouldn't even say women. Some people are like that about their relationship.
So I'm gonna open up the lines in a few minutes, but I'm going to get my teacup and I'm gonna get me some extra hot green tea because I know I'm gonna have to cuss me some hoes out in the comment section. Y'all always now listen, this ain't got nothing to do with the Maddie mob, all right? I'm not talking to the people that watch me on the that's on the inside and be watching me. I'm talking to the motherfuckers that be trolling and watching from the outside.
Right.
Y'all bitches love to tell me how y'all can have children. Y'all love how I can have a baby. You can't. Y'all love to tell me that how y'all can have a baby. And listen, I understand that because that's females can have children out of their womb. They can. But the question is, a dog can have children, but are you a mother?
Right.
Are you a mother? It's 99.9% of you motherfuckers out there, right? That would drop your child off to keep your nigga. And some of this gonna sting one of y'all in y'all arm right now like that cocaine do. But bitch, it's 99.999% of you motherfucking hoes that will keep your nigga and drop your child off in real life. It ain't got shit to do with the COVID-19. Ain't got nothing to do with the 19, bitch. I want to turn around and I want to put this shit up here one more time so y'all can understand it's real out here in the field. If my child and my husband both had COVID and needed a ventilator, and we could only give one to one of them, I'm saving my husband. I wouldn't want to raise my child without my spouse if I couldn't help it. My child can't help me more the loss of my husband. My God, today.
But that thing is problematic all the way around.
So this my thing, okay? You fuck a man, he bust a nut in you, you walk around 9 months, you had a baby, you done went through push labor pains, all this type of stuff, and you mean to tell me that if you had to choose your child over your husband, if you had to choose your child over your husband, you mean to tell me you gonna choose your husband? Now, I mean, that might be your place. Cause see, some of you bitches choosing y'all nigga that you don't even know over your child. Let me unmute you, Craig. Unmute yourself, Craig.
I'm listening.
It's some people right now choosing their husband or they nigga, a nigga that they don't even know over their right now. At this exact moment. It ain't got shit to do with the COVID-19. Nothing.
There are and I don't want to keep saying women because men do it too. You
Yeah,
know, my dad.
too. We talk about
Dad, when
we
my
talk
dad
about people.
remarried, he ended up. I felt like he chose his wife over me. And when he remarried, I was in college, and I remember him, trying to get, because my mom had it put in the divorce papers that my father had to pay child support until I graduated from college. Either I turned 22 or I graduated from college, whichever came first. And I remember him distinctly trying to get me to write a letter so he could take to the court and say that I don't need the child support anymore, because he was really trying to carry on this new life with this new wife. And I'm my father's only child. So I was on his house. I was on the life insurance. He reorganized all of that shit. But then they ended up divorcing. So now everything is switched back. But my father and I, we had a very fractured relationship for like some of my college years and some of the years after that because of this.
Well,
so women aren't the only ones that do it. I mean, men do it as well.
But I hold women a little bit more harder than I do men, because that woman walked around with that child in her. That child changed her body. That child changed her spirit. That child changed her soul. I'm talking to the women that do this shit right now.
Right.
99.9% of the time, I'm talking to the women that do this. That pisses me off.
Because you almost expect a man to do some old cruddy
you
shit.
You probably expect a tired ass nigga to do, because a tired ass nigga do tired ass nigga shit. And yeah, y'all gonna walk away from this damn show. Hold on, this goddamn talk. This guy ain't gonna be out in the public, you whore. A lot of people take shit away from my show because they feel some kind of way about me, and I don't give a fuck. And this one of the ones that I don't give a fuck about that shit on Saturday morning. I read that shit, and my spirit was so distraught because I personally know chicks right now that would choose a nigga over their motherfucking child and be the first one talking about. And be the first one talking about, hold on, I got to miss all this damn wind blowing. And be the first one. Here she go. Craig, I'm going to remove your ass.
My phone is on mute. What are you talking about?
Oh, because you keep unmuting it. There you go. You calm down. And be the first one talking about how many children they can have. How many children they can have, and how many this and that, and whoop-de-whoop, and blah, blah, blah. And, but I see shit like that I be sitting over there and be like, a lot of broads think like that. But then I applaud those women. Let me tell you something. Let me give a standing ovation to the women that have went through hell and high water, that had a man mistreat them, done did all this shit. Let me stand up and applaud to the single mothers that have worked 9 and 10 jobs and still had the opportunity to raise them children and raise great sons and daughters, who ain't let the absentee father hinder them from raising great children. You understand what I'm saying? Who ain't let the man come in their mind and put a wedge in between them and their children. That goes for the biological parent, daddy, and a new nigga. I want to stand on the highest place that I can and clap it up for my ladies that love their children 1,000%, or over 1 million throughout the stratosphere. Because this shit here crazy. To me, that's my opinion about it. That's my opinion. Kevin, hold on. This is why we gonna be fucked up in the world. Hold on. Let me scroll up here. Wait a minute. Kevin said, Kevin, where you at? I saw your comment. I need to definitely run this across the street. Kevin. Kevin, can you put your comment down there again? Because the chat moving so fast. I need to put your comment up here. I need you to post that comment again, Kevin. I saw it, but it's moving so quick because y'all in here this morning, baby.
And then the other thing that's really disappointing to me, like when women will choose a man over their child, like if the child has experienced some sort of inappropriate something with the guy, like if the guy has tried the girl, tried the daughter or something like that, and then the daughter goes and tells the mom, and the mother won't believe him, or she refuses she probably believes it, but refuses to acknowledge it because she's just so desperate to keep this man.
Well, this is the thing, right? Mickey Howard, if you watch the Mickey Howard story, I watched Mickey Howard say, I watched the Mickey Howard story on TV One, and I think that's what happened to Mickey Howard. Mickey Howard's mama and her had a split, and she was from the Caravans.
The gospel group, yeah.
Yes, she was from the gospel group, the Caravan, right? So when I watched it, I was so blowed. My mama said none of my comments can be seen. What is she talking about? Where is she watching it at? What you watching it on, mama? Okay, hold on. I'm trying. Kevin, can you please put that comment back down there? I need to run that comment across the screen. It is so important for me to put that comment down there on the screen. The comment moving so fast. There's so many comments is coming in, and they moving so quick. Kevin, if you can't, I want you to copy and paste it, Kevin, and put it in there because I'm gonna see it because the comments is moving so damn fast. I'm about to lose my mind.
What did he say? Do you remember what he said?
Well, Kevin said that biblically, according to the Bible, that the husband comes before the child. I do know that somewhere in the book, the Bible says, forsake all others and cling to your faith.
There's all kinds of stuff in that Bible that I don't subscribe to.
It's a lot of concepts in the book that be having me shut down. I can't see Kevin comment because Kevin, y'all typing so quick, and the comments coming from every damn where. They're coming from all destinations, honey. Okay. Renee said, he said, biblical husbands comes first. Riri Miller said, biblical husbands come first. Biblical husbands come first. Okay. Uh-huh. There we go. I'm putting these comments is going quick as hell. Hold on now. So for me, in this situation, Craig, come on back so I can ask you this question.
I'm here. In
this situation, right? Wouldn't you think that, she made that statement. I think I think what I found out about this is that she was trolling another person. A woman had said if her house was on fire, she was going to save her husband. And what's something about her husband and if she can get a kid out, she can get him out because her husband can make another one or something like that. She said, and this girl was trolling her and was and made this statement. And I get it, but it's just the whole. It's not. I'm not attacking this girl. It's just the context of what she's saying. But I just wanted to open this up to the peoples. I wanted to see what the people's gonna say that.
When you really think about it, though, like, I don't have children. I have great nieces and nephews, right? But I love them all. Like, I can't even imagine, like, thinking, like, if they were in a burning house, which one I would have to choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would pain me to have to get one and not be able to go and get the other one. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can't even imagine somebody even just thinking hypothetically like this. Like, that's crazy to me.
Well, Terry Walton put the verse down there. It's Genesis 2:24. The moment you get married, you cleave to your spouse. Your spouse comes first.
All of that is well and good, but in the moment, if you're really in that position, I don't know if you're gonna really be thinking like that. And again, I don't subscribe to all of those things in the Bible because there are a lot of things in the Bible that just don't even make sense, that are just outdated, because in the Bible, it talks about lepers, like people who have leprosy. They used to stone them to death. Like, that's unheard of. Like, that's barbaric. We wouldn't do that. That's like stoning people who have coronavirus today.
Well, listen. You come around here. I got four bricks over there. You come around here, though. I'm gonna repeatedly tear them bricks on your ass.
You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, we don't have to go into the whole conversation about the Bible being used at one point to justify slavery, because slaves weren't even allowed to read. So there was language in there, and, that made slaves believe that, it was God's will for us to be subservient and that we were less than human and all this other foolishness. So, that's why it's important to have a spiritual relationship, a spiritual connection. There's a difference between being religious and being spiritual. Your spiritual connection is your connection, your personal connection to God or higher source.
Dendrick Franklin says the Bible changes as you read it. They do progress.
And I would agree with that. Because even when you go and watch a movie again that you haven't seen in 10 years, or read a book that you haven't read in a long time, you do see things differently. Even if you hear a song, there's songs that I hear now that I listened to when I was in college or when I first moved to Atlanta or whatever, that I hear differently now because I'm in a different space in my life. It just depends on what you're going through at that time.
Hold on. Jamal said that's not what the scripture means, sir. They both come first. The will of the Lord will be done in the situation. Know your own. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And here you go. Baby, we is battling this morning. I like this kind of conversation.
All right.
Baby, hold on. Monday, T.I. Child said, didn't the Bible say if a man doesn't provide his child, he is worse than an infidel and should be drowned in the ocean? So y'all niggas out there that's lacking on y'all child support,
there be a lot of dead niggas.
Get your scuba gear. Get your scuba gear, nigga. Get your scuba gear.
Oh my God.
Get your motherfucking scuba gear, nigga. All right, I'm gonna open up this stuff. I'm gonna bring Miss Mary says she want the link. Hold on. She asked me, do she got to cook breakfast? No.
She said she was asking if she had to cook breakfast.
No, I told her I want my tea though. She was making me some tea. Hold on, I'm looking. I'm reading. Boy, these comments is coming in. Craig, I want to open up the lines, and I don't want to open them up too fast right now. I want to open up the line because they're going to flood in. I wish there was a way that I could send the link privately to people that I really want to come on.
Right.
Flood in as soon as I open up the line, because I know people got stuff to say about this here, because I got a lot of shit to say, and I've been holding back because I don't want to be in the middle saying something and that fucking car you in hit a bump and make all the damn noise, bucking up the rotation. But I want to say this. I'm not going to be insensitive to the situation. I ain't going to be insensitive to the situation because some people may have a different understanding, and some person may look at that and they might be somewhere taking the scripture in a literal standpoint. You understand? And that might be they religion. Like, well, I'm gonna let my child go head on and go, and I'm gonna keep my husband because me and my husband can make another baby. But as far as me and mine, I would think that the husband and the wife both would have to come to that type of situation. Like
the husband and the wife would both what?
They both should come to that type of decision whether, babe, listen, I love you, but I can look down from heaven or look up from hell.
Well, you know the way they do it in the movies, the husband would always say, no, you take the kids. I'll be okay. Take the kids. They sacrifice themselves. They martyr.
I would think that
Now, I'm not saying I would do that shit.
And go this damn wind. Where you go, Fred?
I'm about to go over here and run.
Well, you ain't finna be running with that shit in my ear.
No. I'm about to, no. After I stretch, I'm gonna leave the chat and you can open it up to the people. Maybe these white people say we don't give a damn about this coronavirus thing out here.
And this why we get shit done. And this why we up here got to worry about is for fucking ventilator for a child. Look at this.
Look. They just out here. Look at the park. They just out. They got picnics and shit going on.
And you out there too.
I'm keeping my distance. Look, she definitely out here.
This is why right here.
Look this old lady right here.
It's gonna be a whole nother 2 months. We can't get the word. We ain't gonna have no. We ain't gonna get the word. This is why right here.
Look at this group. Look at this group. Look at it. Just groups of people. Just groups.
This is why. Craig, why don't you stay your ass home? Just because you ain't got no job, don't mean that people want to go back to the job.
Look, they just out here. I do have a job. Mickey Howard was one of the original members, well-known gospel group.
Yeah. Now, if y'all watch the Mickey Howard story, I did see where that woman throwed her daughter. She threw the daughter out because the man say that she told her mama, yeah, that's how I feel. She told her mama the man was fucking her, or her mama walked in on her trying to have her, and she said, "You so grown. You so grown. You doing this to him. You enticing him." How many of y'all? I want to know how many of y'all out there. How many of you children? How many of you people are victims of this type of thinking? How many people out there right now? Let me pose this question. Let me ask this question. How many people out there? How many people out there are victims of this type of thinking? How many? I want to know. Look at this. This just burning me up right here. This is why we can't go back to work. This is why we can't work. This is why we can't motherfucking. This right here, why we can't go to work. We can't do shit. They acting like ain't shit going on out here. This the reason. This the reason why. Y'all acting like ain't shit going on out here. We can't go to work. Shit closed down. Everybody got the room. Why can't you? China, you know what China did? And they did over there in the motherfucking India. They had sticks and clubs and bats and everything running them people back in the house. Get somewhere and sit down. Why you can't get somewhere and sit down? Just walking. I don't give a fuck. Go home. You can't hear me? All right, well, go on and run, Craig. Run the virus out and come back. I can't sit there and watch Craig. That shit just made me mad as hell. It just made me mad. Why can't you stay your motherfucking ass home with all this shit going on out here in the streets? Why you can't sit your ass down? We want to go back to work. I want to go back to work. I want to go back to work. I want these people that done paid me money to give me the rest of my money so I can come work. I want to be able to be back in my same space, working, making my motherfucking money. And these hoes will not stay home. They won't stay home. They won't sit down. They won't listen. This why this right. People want the children back in school. They want to go back to work. They want to be able. I'm tired of waking up every day and watching the fucking virus spread. You say we got to get your sunshine 12. Well, 12, go on the back porch. 12, go on the back porch, Shaq. Go outside on the back porch. Look. China was forcing people into quarantine because they know how stupid people are. The U.S. government needs to be harder on this quarantine. They do. I do feel like the government need to crack down on their motherfucking ass. That's right. Antron say picnics and carrying on. Look. Damn, this chat move fast. You can go out for fresh air, but having picnics and yoga group sessions and riding public bikes ain't fresh air. That's socialized. Right. Yeah, so y'all see it with your own eyes. They might as well go ahead on and have a fuck party. Well, why don't y'all just go ahead on and have a coronavirus, spread the virus party? Why y'all don't just have a spread the virus block party? Spread your ass, spread the virus party. Every day it's a new person. 39, 49, 59,000 motherfucking people. And then everybody sit back looking like, oh my God, New York City is so full of the virus. And you like, girl, because they won't sit their ass down somewhere. I don't want to be in the house all fucking day, but I don't mind. That's what they need. I didn't want the military to step in. I did not want the military to step in, but now I do want the military to come in this motherfucker. I do. Because they just won't get somewhere and sit down. They just won't go nowhere and rest their body. It's just like, girl, I just can't sit down somewhere. I'm telling Chi-Chi the same fucking shit. Why don't you get somewhere and sit the fuck down? Just sit down. Just sit down. Just rest. Just sit down. So that we all can have this bullshit over with. Let them people come out there and spray aerosol and Lysol in the fucking air like they was doing over there in China. And let them clean this shit up. Everybody complain about how tired they are. I'm so tired. I'm so this. I want to go back to work. These children, I don't want these children to go back to school. Sit down. Set your motherfucking ass down. Sit down somewhere. Damn. Listen, this is why I say this shit right here. And then I'm going to get back on the topic that I want to talk about this morning because I'm going to open up the lines, okay? This is why I say when the aliens do finally bring their ass from wherever the fuck they at and invade us, we ain't going to be ready. We ain't going to be ready. I watched too many science fiction movies. I just watched Captain State last night. I watched Captain State where aliens came through and handled that shit. Handled it. With the War of the Worlds. I watched that shit. The series on Epics. I'll be watching shit like that. Watching it. I'm telling you. The motherfucking aliens gonna come from whatever planet 9 and come fuck this shit up. I know they already hit right. And they gonna fuck this shit up and we gonna be so motherfucking busy. Girl, let me just get back on what I'm talking about. The shit pissed me off looking at shit like that. And I'm mad at Craig for not staying his motherfucking pretty toe having ass home. Stay home. Stay your ass home, god damn it. People want to go back to work. They want to get their life back together. They want to get back on track. You think you're going to be able to pay all your bills you got with this $1,000 that they only giving taxpayers? And you know you motherfuckers don't pay tax. So you think that this stimulus that they give you, this $1,000, this $1,200 they give you, because please believe, that everybody thinking we going back to work April something. Bitch, we ain't gonna be back to work until possibly the summer. This how I feel. Y'all think this shit is a game. Y'all thinking that people is saying, oh my God, only they paying celebrities. They only paying celebrities to say that they got the fucking virus. But how they paying the celebrities and all these fucking people's out there, everybody trying to figure out, well, I don't know where I got it from. Have y'all not watched the movie Contagion? Have you not watched it? Have y'all not watched the fucking movie Outbreak? Did you not see them do a cold clean sweep? See, they need to do that to one of y'all motherfucking areas. They need to do that to one of y'all areas. So when they do that shit to one of y'all fucking areas and they send that fucking, and y'all out there thinking that they sit in medical treatments and they drop that bitch, that fucking bomb over there with that parachute on it, and when it touched the ground, bitch, the whole area is really quarantined. Then you motherfuckers will get somewhere and sit down in your house. When you see a whole, it take a whole goddamn an example to see a bitch wipe your whole neighborhood off the planet. Boom. And your neighborhood gone. And then you want to run in the motherfucking house then and close the window. No, run. Go out there and run and go have a picnic, bitch. Go out there and have a goddamn picnic then. When you see that damn a fucking plane, that one plane, that one airplane coming through, they got that bomb in it with the parachute on the end and drop down over your neighborhood and you gone. Or you look across the street and the shit happen over there. They have a fucking misdrop and they blow that bitch up over there, and then your ass be running in the motherfucking house. So I tell, if you don't know how serious the shit is, watch Contagion. Watch Outbreak. Watch this stuff. This shit been predicted. They've been predicting this stuff through movies. Just like I've been feeling like they've been predicting an invasion from outer space for years. You think that that the way that they be putting these alien movies together, that them ain't visions that they gave it to them people's eyes? You don't think these is visions that people done seen? Visions. I want to be gone, me. Because I ain't going to make it. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna motherfucking make it. I really feel like that these movies and shit that they make out here for people to see, it be visions that they done. How do you sit up there and you design this alien creature, or you design this ship, or you design this colony, or you design this stuff? You had to have some kind of vision. People call it an imagination, bitch. It's a vision. You don't see Contagion came out in 2011. Me and Miss Eve went and watched that together. And everything that's going on in Contagion, when you look at that movie Contagion, go look it up. God damn it. When you go look at the movie Contagion and you see that shit, and if you haven't watched it, you're gonna gag. You're gonna gag. Gag. I really wish I could play excerpts from the fucking movie here on my damn show. I really wish. So that y'all can see, for those people that acting like it ain't nothing, like that shit was just a movie. Bitch, I was so weak. I watched it 3 times the other day just to make me sit my big fat ass down. I watched it 3 times the other day just to make me sit down. Like, bitch, sit your ass down. Sit down, ho. Sit down. when I went in the grocery store and I looked at all the toilet tissue gone. And then the other day when it was real crazy, before they started motherfucking making you only get 2 pieces of meat or two, you can only get 2 of the shit. When I walked in the store and I saw all the shit was gone. All of it. Toilet tissue, paper napkins, fucking everything was goddamn gone when I saw the shit was gone. When I looked at it with my eyes, I said, my God, today, I saw this in Contagion. I remember watching Contagion in 2011, and I was so weak. I was so weak. Because the exact way the shit happened in the movie Contagion is the exact way this bullshit happened in fucking here. And I remember me going to the movies, watching the movie Outbreak with Dustin Hoffman, Morgan Freeman, and Donald Sutherland, Rene Russo. I sat there and watched this movie. I watched it again, and it started with a monkey. Okay? I guess they were trying to mimic that shit like Ebola. But bitch, Contagion is this shit what's going on right now. Contagion. You say you can only see Contagion on Star? Y'all better find it. Find the shit online. Find little clips of the shit online. And go watch Outbreak. When that man started coughing and shit, and it was just, I was in the movie theater. I remember that Outbreak came out in 1995 or something like that. And I remember going to the movies watching that shit. And I remember that man was in the movie theater coughing. He came out the damn movie theater coughing all up to the popcorn shit. Everybody was done. All those people that he had, they was finished. Bitch, I wanted to pick my pocketbook up and walk out the motherfucking movies. Because I was like, oh my God. And a bitch started coughing in the movie theater. You don't see how serious this shit is? When I do the show on Monday, I'm gonna take I didn't want to talk about the corona this week on the Queen Supreme Court, but bitch, goddamn it, this all y'all doing. Y'all won't sit down somewhere. So we so much shit on the docket about the corona. There's so much shit on the docket about the fucking corona. I don't even want to talk about this shit every day. I want to talk about other shit. But you won't set your ass down. You won't get somewhere and sit down. You won't park it. Park it. Pull your car up and sit down. Yes, Sharky, please watch it. Sharky, please watch it. Please watch it. It's imperative that people watch it and see this. The fucking Contagion is exactly what is going on with this fucking, what is this book? The corona. If you watch Contagion and you watch it started with a bat and a fucking pig. A bat was eating something. It dropped down in the pig farm. The pig was eating it. They took the pig over there to motherfucking to the restaurant in China. A lady came from America to go over to have a meeting in China. She was, by the time the bitch got back home from China, she died. The kid died. It was fucked up. If you go watch that shit right now, you're gonna be sitting there. You're gonna be shaken and not stirred. It's gonna fuck you up. Because the exact way that they talking about how that shit was on Contagion is the exact way this shit going on right now. And I was sitting there, I watched the shit 3 times. Three. Just so it makes me sit my motherfucking ass down. I was like, girl, because I'm like, girl, I want to go. I want to be in the stove. I want to be, bitch. I was like, oh God. Oh. And no, you ain't supposed to be living in fear. No, you not. But you supposed to also be wise. Be a wise motherfucker. God damn it. And you see this pollen season, pollen all out there on my car, pollen every fucking where. Yes, this shit is serious. Anyway, let me open up the line before I go. Let me just go ahead and open up the line. I'm about to open up the line. Now, y'all listen. Y'all don't be flooding in like crazy, goddammit. Y'all don't flood in here like you done lost your whole mind. There it is. There you go. But when y'all come on here, I want to talk about social distancing, and I also want to talk about that shit what I was talking about earlier. There you go. Yeah, here we go. All right. All right, here we go. All right, y'all was ready this morning, baby. Y'all was ready. All right. So I am going to be talking about this. So y'all get familiar with this right here, because I am going to be talking about this. I didn't get a chance to finish talking about this. So y'all, there it is. I want to finish talking about this, and I want to talk about social distancing, because all this shit got something to do with it. I'm gonna read it to you out loud, and we're gonna talk about this shit. It says, and I quote, "If my child and my husband both had COVID and needed a ventilator, and we could only give one to one of them, I'm saving my husband. I wouldn't want to raise my child without my spouse if I could help it. My child can't help me mourn the loss of my husband." I got to close all this shit out. Y'all is flying in here. The chat full right now. Y'all got to hold on until I get these folks out of here. Hold on now. The chat full. It's full, daughters. All right, let me get started. Let me go down here. Get started. First one came on Dr. Donkey. Dr. Donkey Dick. Hey, baby. Hey, Dr. Donkey Dick, what's the tea? You making it clap? Dr. Donkey Dick, this your time. You know I don't give a fuck. Child, y'all children be scared, honey. You can't be scared in the situation now. Okay.
What's up, Maddie?
Hey, baby, you got to turn that stuff down in the back there.
Oh, I already did it. Trust me, I already did it.
All right. So we talking about the first thing that came up, and then we talking about social distancing.
Well, me personally, I feel like the woman is wrong. If that situation had happened to me and I had to choose between my child and my husband, you best believe I'm gonna figure out a way to save both their asses.
You're gonna try, at least try. Don't just say
at least try. Right. She just threw in the towel on the child.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And don't know what that child's destined to be, what that child could be the cure. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is you don't just throw in the towel on the child like that. You got to at least weigh your options. Shit, if your husband need a ventilator and your child need a ventilator, we're going to be doing this backwards and forwards. You take a breath, I take a breath. You take a breath, I take a breath. We all staying alive in this motherfucker.
Are we going to at least try? God
Yeah.
damn, don't just get rid of the baby. Shit.
Right. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I'm saying the baby just can't. He just can't. He can't. He ain't gonna be able to help me more than my husband. But I do believe that a lot of people was basing that, like those people that were in defense of her. And I'm not gonna say I'm not in defense of her, because that is her right, that is her decision, that is her choice. If that was, something, that's her choice. But oh well, Hold on, Bijan. Give me a second. Let me add somebody before I add y'all all at one time. Hold on.
All right.
Darcel.
Hey, how are you,
How you
Maddie?
doing, baby? Good morning. You
Good.
on Maddie in the morning, baby. What's the tea?
Hey. Well, first and foremost, let me just say, as a mother of 6, I'm disgusted by the comment. I am disgusted. I love my children. I love my husband. And if we were ever, Lord forbid, in a situation to where we had to choose between who lives and who dies, I'm gonna say both. I'm gonna do whatever to save both.
Or at least try. You ain't gonna just count the child out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know,
yeah.
some people, they just shouldn't have children. You know what I'm saying? They should not have children.
Right. And that's how I feel.
How can you, even if you're how can you even joke and play around about something like that? You know?
Right.
It's not, you don't know. I'm disgusted by that. And let me say something about Rona. All of these fools running around out here, shit is real. Shit is real. And I'm like you. Sit your ass down.
Sit down.
Sit your ass down somewhere. Yes.
No, just sat down. Sat all the way down. Goddamn it.
Sit your ass down and be real still. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, we've had some pretty days, but my life is not worth that. My life is too precious to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Too precious to me. So I just, wanted to say those things. And I also wanted to say that I love you.
You too, baby. You know, we get up in the morning. We talk about what we talk about what we slept on. You know what I'm saying? And I had slept on that. I slept on that comment. I had posted it yesterday on my Instagram, and I was like, well, god damn. You know, I was so weak.
I don't have Instagram, but I do watch. I have been watching your morning show. I missed it yesterday.
Oh, well, yeah, go back and watch it because I had to clear up some things.
Okay.
Things up from the other day, you know.
Okay. I will
watch it, and we'll talk about that in a couple of days. But I wanted to watch it. But this right here was it just set on my spirit this last night.
Absolutely.
Like, girl, how you know? But hold on, Miss Darcel, let me I'm gonna bring you back. Don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Chocolate teddy bear.
Hey, Maddie, I can't get my camera working at the moment. Is this okay?
Yeah, that's fine. As long as I can hear you, you got that voice. Hey, baby, how you doing? Chocolate teddy bear. My God, today.
Good morning. I love you. I love everything you're doing.
Thank you, baby. So you saw what I was talking about earlier that made me feel some kind of way. It was this right here. If my child and my husband, I can't get past this. If my child and my husband both had COVID and needed a ventilator, and we only could give one to one of them, I'm saving my husband. I wouldn't want to raise my child without my spouse if I could help it. My child can't help me mourn the loss of my husband. Dear God in heaven.
I really agree with your last guest. Like, some people really do not need kids in this earth. That's ridiculous. How would you even, you have to live with that the rest of your life. You make a decision like that, and it's like, okay, people are still gonna survive this and get over it. Like, how can you even come up with that suggestion? Like, that person needs to be put on a firing line for real. It's ridiculous.
All right. And so what do you think about this social distancing and people just not, paying attention?
Look, I live in Jersey, right? Like, everything here has been locked down for the last 2 weeks. So, like, I think the government, like somebody mentioned earlier, the government really needs to step in and lock everything down. People not abiding by this already, like, go ahead and shut everything down. I mean, maybe then people will try to, distance themselves and get it, because nobody's getting healed faster if we're all out still acting like nothing's going on. It's crazy.
That's how I feel too. That's how I feel.
But look, as long as you're healthy and safe, is all that matters. Like,
I'm in the house in the basement.
right.
I need to go to the grocery store. I put on that little paper mask, and I go out and I wipe everything down. I wash my hands when I get back in the house. I'm telling you, I watched them. Have you ever watched the movie Contagion?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So if you watch the movie Contagion, is this not exactly how the movie was set up? Like, and that happened in 2011.
Right. Exactly. Something is, I mean, it's gonna get worse, and maybe then people will be like, "Oh shit, this is real." Like, I don't know why Americans, we have a hard time. We're disobedient. I mean, in general, but it's like people don't get it until millions of people die or something. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. I do. All right, baby. Well, thank you for chiming in. Okay.
Thank you for having me. Stay blessed and be safe.
We need to see who you is, Chocolate Teddy Bear. We need to see now.
Next time I'll get that video going.
All right, baby.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay, let me see who we got down here. Wait a minute now. Hey, I see you. Chris O. Yes. What's going on, Chris O?
Nothing but the rent.
Yeah.
It's so great to talk to you.
Miss Chris O. All right. So you know what I was talking about earlier about that situation, about the baby, the man, and all that crazy shit right there, and the social. Those are the two things I want to talk about this morning.
Yeah.
They both kind of rap with each other, honey, because if we social distance, we won't have to keep worrying about the goddamn COVID-19.
Absolutely. I have one more thing to say. I did go to Glendale Baptist Church in Richmond Heights. Okay, big up to Puerto Rico. But anyway, I'm a single mom. I couldn't imagine. I would want to sacrifice myself for my child. I couldn't be like, oh, I choose someone else over them. That's absurd.
That is a very hard decision to make. And I'm not. And you know what? And I don't want to make it seem like that I'm, attacking the woman for her choice, because that's her choice. You get what I'm saying? But let's talk real.
Mm.
Some of this don't even got shit to do with the COVID-19.
That could be how she feels.
There are women that will choose a man over their child, and these are girl.
Why?
Okay, well let's go even deeper.
Okay.
What is this story on Netflix with the little 8-year-old boy? And they thought that he was gay.
Mm.
And they killed the little boy.
No.
The parents killed him.
Yeah, infanticide, like having children just to kill them. Yeah, that's been going on.
But this stuff is crazy. Gabriel Fernandez. Thank you, Sonny Morgan. It's the Gabriel Fernandez story. I was so, like, if you get a chance, look that up on Netflix. I was so weak about that. Like, I'm like, girl, why have the baby? Man, listen, Miss Chris. ITS Madison, I don't know what it's like. I can't carry a baby. I don't have a womb to carry a baby in. But I would think that if I had a womb to carry a child in and carry multiple children in my womb,
yeah,
that has to be a toll on a woman's body. It has to be the most beautiful thing, because you are an incubator for life coming into the world. Yeah. It has to change you physically, emotionally.
You said your soul. I believe that.
So and for you to that's why I was so disturbed by that. For it to be said, yeah, I'll choose my nigga over this baby. Like, girl, you didn't just put no time in. You didn't put no time in.
And that man may not hand you your last glass of water like your child could. So that's beyond. I don't know how many percentage of men. I'm always gonna say 99.999%, because I don't want men to think that I bet, because I don't love nothing else but a goddamn man. But you know how men get down in the pain. Mm-hmm. you may not be able to create life like in your body, Madison, but you still have a mother's heart. You know how important it is to love
I
something.
got a mama.
Yeah.
Mama. You
I'm
understand?
Mary.
When she up there, I got a mama. And not only do I have a mama, I know the sacrifices that my mother did for me and my brothers. You understand what I'm saying? And I know the sacrifices that my mother is still doing currently, and we are grown.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk to my daddy. When I talk to my daddy, the first thing my daddy asks me for is money. I don't talk to that nigga. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But, you know, that's my relationship with my dad, you know. So maybe I can't judge relationships based on the relationship I got with my father. However, I can speak from my experience. If they anything like that regular ass motherfucker and they choose that kind of nigga over their child, because I got my mama back all the way to the day she leave here or the day I leave this earth. Whichever one of us leave first, I'm down for my mama like 4 flat times.
Amen.
You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. That's, you know, those are just my thoughts on it. My thoughts, and my thoughts don't make it right, but they still my thoughts on it. I'm like, why the fuck would you have a baby if you gon' if you? Why the fuck you gonna have a baby if you gonna let the girl?
What's good about this is that it's allowing us to see what people are really like. So that's good that she's exposed.
Yeah, somebody told me that she was trolling somebody that had said, you know, that they were if their house was on fire, that they saved their husband before their kids. You know, but either way it go, she was challenging the thinking of that person, you know, with being sarcastic with that. However, people do think like this, obviously, because the woman who said that she's going there and saying her fucking husband over her kids thinks like that too. And then when I posted this on my Instagram, there were people in the comment section telling me about what the scripture says, and I was like, "Oh, all right, okay, all right, okay, cool,
yeah, all right."
All right, it was, you know, if that's what the scripture told you to do, well, more power to you in the scripture. Because my mama is an avid believer in Christ, and she ain't finna pick up that nigga over her kids, not one. And I just feel like you wouldn't go through all this process, because it's easy to put a dick in you and get a baby.
Hello.
It's more of a tedious process carrying the child. It's just I watched my mama, I watched my mother pregnant with my other 2 brothers. I watched all my siblings coming in. I'm the oldest, so I watched them all come in. Watch them get here. I watched them pregnant with them. I watched this.
Yes.
So
yeah,
and I know how fast a nigga can nut and put a baby in the world.
Yes.
Girl, I didn't mean to overtalk you. I didn't mean to overtalk you, girl. I
love you, Madison. I hope to meet you and hug on your neck one day. When
you gonna hug when that girl? When you live in Miami?
I'm in Colorado Springs, but I'm moving to Puerto Rico, so you're gonna have to meet me somewhere. I'll help you.
Don't worry, because this is show. Listen, I need a vacation, and I'm definitely coming down there to Puerto Rico. Huh?
I know, mommy. All right.
Puerto Rican turned me out, and I got to go to the homeland to see.
I love that story, and I love you, Madison. Stay blessed, amor. I love you.
I love you. Thank you, baby.
Of course.
Oh my God, I love her. Oh my goodness, Babu. Okay, let me see, Kenny.
I love you.
I love you. What's going on, Kenny? I love her. Radio down. Radio down back there, Kenny. Okay, let me see, Kenny. I love you. I love you.
Oh shit! Let me turn down.
Down back there so we can hear you. You live on the morning show with T.S. Madison. Goddamn it! Turn that damn radio down.
Hey, Maddie. Good morning. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful out here in New York City.
My God! So you definitely got a social distance up there.
Look, Look, I've been in my damn humble abode. I ain't been fucking with the people, the humans, the humanoids of this New York City. But I have been out, you know. Look, I've been out going to the grocery stores and things, getting my
Okay.
food,
Grocery
you
store,
know.
cool, all right, but not
Yeah,
doing what Craig doing over there.
no, I ain't been out running with the white folk and the people.
I'm gonna tell Craig ass up. Do you hear me? When I
Yeah,
go eat him up on by himself, I ain't gonna tell him up on live. I'm gonna eat his ass up.
yeah, eat them up when you get off. But honestly, people are outside. I have been seeing the news and videos and things. And people are outside, not that much because stores are closed. I mean, the only stores that are open are, the essential stores, grocery stores, pharmacies, and some restaurants, for delivery and takeout purposes. But other than that, people are like really home. Like the trains aren't packed, and it's
But listen,
a ghost
it's
town.
bad. It's terrible.
It is. It is. But I do have to say that, what you were discussing about the woman, uh, I'm from North Carolina, small town in North Carolina, 12,000 people. And I used to hang around women more than half of my life.
Okay.
All up under, come from dysfunctional family. I'm one of five siblings, all five different daddies. Okay, five.
I mean, it
You
happened.
know,
It
it
happened.
happens, but it happens way too much, way too often than it's supposed to happen. I mean, like I said, I come from a place where these women would meet a man, fuck him, move him in, all within the first month. Don't know his middle name, don't know family background, whether the family line has any type of disorders, don't know anything about this man. And they just embrace him wholeheartedly. I have a cousin. She was a parole officer, and she helped this man get off a manslaughter charge here in New York. Yeah, she married him, moved him to North Carolina with her child, her daughter, and he was molesting and raping her daughter, my cousin. He was raping her on the regular. Okay, she told my cousin, and my cousin ended up kicking her out. Like, you fucking my man, on some shit like that. But this is your daughter, your whole daughter. Kicked her out. Okay, they got into some money. They ran into some money. Well, she ran into some money. Her mom died and left her a bunch of money and some houses, and told her to divide it up amongst her siblings. She divided the houses and things up, but not the money. Kept the money. You know what I'm saying? Got a little businesses here and there. The husband ended up whooping the ass and, what's it called? Tying her up to the chair, taking a battery out the car, taking a car key so she can't escape. It was so bad she ended up writing a letter to my mother, giving her passwords and account numbers in case she is murdered and things. Um, he ended up uh, entrapping her mind so bad that she ended up putting all the businesses in his name. And yeah, it was horrible, horrible. All the businesses failed. He ended up actually leaving her for another woman and left her with nothing. Nothing. Her siblings didn't want to be bothered with her because she fucked them over, fucking with this man. You know, some years later down the line, she ended up having a stroke. You know, some of her toes got cut off, hair gone. You know, now she in a nursing home in Delaware, all by herself. Don't have a daughter there. Nobody, siblings, nobody. You know, and you just look at the years that accumulated. How all of this played out. from the love of a man, and I know this personally, and this happens all the time. When I was young, I was molested by my older cousin, and I told my grandmother a couple of years ago, and her response was, "Oh, oh." I mean, no questions were asked about like how did you feel? Just nothing. It was just, oh, and then the conversation moved on. Not like we gonna whoop his ass or I'm gonna call him out or whatever. This man is married. He lives over there where you at in Georgia, married with a whole woman, and it's just, oh, and I don't know.
Girl, listen, what you know what you need to do? Y'all, you need to put this in a book. This needs to be a story.
Oh, I'm actually writing my novel about my life, and it's crazy because, like I said, my mother, she was on drugs and alcohol for 30 years. Like she's just now sober, like these past
So
few.
let me ask you this question: have you forgiven her?
Oh yeah, child. Look, I've forgiven her. Her and my mother, they fight like literally cats and dogs on who raised me and who did this and who I'm supposed to have loyalty to, whether you're right or wrong. And I've forgiven her. I've forgiven the people. I just don't call her mom. I don't call her that. I call my grandmother Ma, and I call my mother by her name.
Oh,
Yeah, because my grandmother raised me.
So have you forgiven your grandmother for not taking your story serious when you told her that you was touched?
Yeah, because I know that she has, issues in her mind with how she was raised. She has colorism issues. She's dark skinned and she has colorism issues and she has a whole bunch of issues. My grandfather, I come just from a dysfunctional family,
Yeah, I hear it. So
and as
what
of
you gonna name your book? What you gonna name it?
it's the portraits of the chosen, and because I believe that we are the chosen ones, and portraits, and it's as if you're walking through a galactical hallway, and it's just different portraits of most important parts of your life. It's just walking, it just tells a story, and as September 19th of last year, I made the decision to go on a 1 year sabbatical. I changed my phone number. I deactivated my social media. No one has my phone number. My mother, my siblings, my brother, friends, boyfriends. I haven't had sex since September. No masturbation since September. No weed since September.
Yeah, listen, when I tell you don't put the spirit through this phone, the people over there saying they are confused. They say, Kenneth, they say, what's your answer? They gonna find you.
Look. I mean,
they say they depressed now.
don't be depressed because listen, y'all, you cannot be depressed. You have to use your life as a tool, as a stepping stone, because this is the cards that you're dealt,
Right.
and you gotta play them cards to win that game. I play spades, and no matter what kind of hand you give me, baby, we winning. And I'm talking shit to your ass as we kicking your ass in spades.
Yes.
And it don't gotta nothing about being depressed. You just have to just use it for the best and know that this is a spiritual game out here that we're playing,
Right.
and you have to win spiritually and know that this is just like an eggshell, and inside the egg is what's most important, the
Right.
yolk. The inside, you can use the inside, scramble eggs, fry egg, use it on a hamburger.
Before the corona, I mean after the corona over, I'm gonna need you to go inside and touch the yolk, honey. Bust the yolk open. Just
Look,
don't see nothing on the floor here.
look, we ain't putting nothing on the floor, but look, it's all in the inside to save for all the good stuff.
You so crazy. Hold on, don't go nowhere. Let me get Vincent on the line. I'm looking at Vincent down here with this nice beard.
All right.
I hear this beard. Hold on 1 second. Vincent, I see you over here with this beard and this nose ring up here. You look like are you in New York City?
No, I'm originally from the South Bronx, but I live in Mallorca, Spain. And here, yeah, the shit's crazy here, man. It's crazy. We've got, like, the last word we got this morning, we have nearly 5,000 people dead. But here it's pretty strict. We've been in a 2-week quarantine. Today I'm day 14, and you know, you can only go out to go grocery shopping, go to the doctor, pharmacy, walk your dog. That's it. We have military and cops in plain clothes patrolling the streets. If you're outside doing, like, not doing any of those things, you're getting arrested or you're getting fined. But we still have people, breaking, the quarantine, shutdown. And it's some crazy shit. Like my family, they're back in New York. I'm scared for them, man, because, Trump is a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
He's turning this whole thing into a major political issue. Here in Spain, we have our own political stuff as well, between the right and the left. But it's a scary situation. I have friends back in the States. They have friends and family that they've tested positive for the virus. I have friends in Spain and Italy who have lost loved ones. I don't think people are gonna pay enough attention until they start seeing these numbers climb into the millions.
But we're rapidly approaching that. Rapidly.
I mean, now the States has, you have more infected people than China does.
But China, there's no more new cases in China, from my understanding, because China.
Well, their cases are going down. They're going down. They said here, our cases are going down of the newly infected. But yesterday, like within 24 hours, we had like over 900 people who died.
Ugh.
The shit is crazy. Shit is crazy.
And it just makes me so angry when I see the people like, I love my Craig, I do. But Craig, okay, asshole.
Yo, Craig is crazy. Yo, Craig is a fine brother. I don't want to see that brother go out like that.
Thank you. Miss Mary done came down here and brought me some hot tea.
Well, I'm having a little gin tonic.
You got you some gin and tonic.
That's right.
I got it today. Well, don't go nowhere, Vincent, honey, because I'm gonna do a little group thing in a second. I'm just getting the phone. Right. Okay, hold on.
All right, Miss Hinton.
All right, baby. Mayor B.
What's going on, Maddie?
Good morning, honey. Thank you, Mama, for my tea. Thank you, Mama.
Good morning.
Good morning. Child,
how are you?
I'm all right. So you know what we was talking about earlier. I'm doing. Let me put a little. Or do I need to put a little reminder up?
No, I understand about the children and making a decision between the ventilator for the husband versus the children, and then quarantining.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm gonna just be honest, Maddie.
Okay, come on.
So I'm probably not gonna be on the favor side.
All right.
I'm gonna say that I have 3 children. I love my children to death, and I'm not gonna say that I am the most excited person about being a mother, because I went through a lot of depression. I went through postpartum, and even just trying to balance like being a mother. What I will say is, if I was put in that situation, it's going to be a tough decision no matter what. And I don't know what decision I would make just right off the bat, because I've never been put in that situation. I do know though that it would be a hard decision.
Yeah.
It would be. And I would hope that within me, I would find ways to make it work no matter what.
Yeah.
But I can't say that I would go either way, because it's just, I would probably be at the person that's just like, just take me, because I don't even want to make the decision.
That is. Now that I respect. That right there, I respect 150%, because it's like that. Like I would have loved if a person would have came and said it exactly how you said it. Like, because if you say it like that, it sounds crazy. Like, well, I'm gonna take my man over the child, because the child, I could. It's just, but this I'm with. I'm with this. I'm with you saying,
Yeah.
I already got kids. It was hard. I respect it, and
I couldn't imagine raising them without a child, without a husband, and I also couldn't imagine taking their lives to save my husband. So I'm just like I don't even want to be here because I don't want to raise them without him, and I don't want to have to deal with living with having made that decision. So I'm just like, honestly, that would probably be a very high suicidal moment for me. I'm just being honest.
I respect that, and this is why I don't want you to go nowhere. Let me add. Let me see. Let me add. I'm looking down here to see who I got. I'm gonna get 2 for. So don't you move, Miss Mel, because I know
won't.
people gonna want to talk to you about it. So hold on. Don't you go nowhere, good. Hold on.
Won't do it.
Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. Miss Audrey, how you doing?
I'm doing good this morning, Maddie. How are you?
I'm great. Listen, I love the way Miss Mel didn't make me change my perspective on it, but she made me say, I understand. And I really loved her answer on that because, she ain't throw her husband away and she ain't throw her kids away. She say, take me, boy. Take me. How do you feel about that?
I personally, being someone who went through tons of fertility treatments to have a child, I get where she's coming from, but I also just have this, I just couldn't do it. I love my husband, trust me, but there's a part of me that's just, I had to fight so hard to have a child that I just couldn't just say, hey, I'm going to choose this person over the child that I gave birth to, that grew inside of my body, that was a part of me for 9 whole months. I'm not knocking anybody's choices, because if that's how you feel, that's just how you feel. And I get, that some people have that philosophy where they go, well, I can have more kids, but what if you can't,
Right. Okay, hold on. Let me add Miss Mel. Boom. There we go.
Yeah, and you know what, Audrey, I 100% respect that because that wasn't my walk. I got pregnant. I got pregnant while I was miscarrying. So it's like
I'm so sorry.
well, no, I mean it wasn't a sorry moment. Trust me, I wasn't ready for another child. So I'm just being honest with you. That's where my mind was. And when I got pregnant again, I was like, oh my gosh. And so my story was never like I had to go through fertility treatments. Like I could get pregnant and I was very fertile. And prior to having kids, I was all over the world traveling or whatever. And so kids just brought me to a halt and it put me in a really bad mental space. So I'm past that, of course, now. And I'm a mother. I love my kids. I love my husband. I just don't, that decision, unless I was faced with it, I don't know what I would say.
I mean, I agree with that. I mean, I respect that. I totally get that. I understand, like, you had choices that you had to make, and we're all different. So yeah, we all,
Yeah, and you know what? I did look at it from a different perspective. Hold on, ladies, 1 second. Let me get Miss Morgan. Miss Morgan on the line. Hi, Miss Morgan. How you doing? Miss Morgan Cooper.
We can't hear you.
Go out and come back in. You're going to have to go out and then come back in.
The other day when I tried to come in, Maddie, it was like a delay and it wouldn't let me. You were telling me to go out, but I couldn't get back out.
You couldn't?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me go back out, but the sound wasn't working. So maybe that's what's going on.
Okay. Well, Miss Morgan, work on your sound. And we don't go nowhere. Just work on your sound. Okay, let me see. Hey, Rodriguez, how you doing?
Hey, Maddie, how you doing?
I can't complain about nothing.
I told you I was gonna make you a blanket. Yes.
Yes.
You're crocheting your blanket.
Oh, you still crocheting my blanket?
I am.
Listen, save it after the Rona, honey, and then send it over to me.
So listen,
So
about
I'd like to hear some of your thoughts on this.
okay, so you know, when it comes to the decision that or the post that the mother made, there's something that sticks in my mind. In this day and age with social media, you can't take that stuff back. She may have been making it as a joke or whatever, but that's, you know, that's one of those moments where I think she should have kept her jokes or her opinion to herself, because no matter how you put it, whether she chose to say, oh well, I'm gonna save my kid, that's going to cause a friction between her and her husband.
Yep.
If she says,
Yep.
I'm going to save the husband, that's going to cause a friction between her and her kids.
There you go.
It doesn't matter if this is over and done with. At some point, that's going to come up again. And
yes, it is.
If it becomes
Absolutely.
a situation where, you know, husband doesn't want to be with her anymore, guess what? That's something that he can put in the divorce paperwork and say, you know what, hey, Your Honor,
And take that child.
And oh, by the way, I think that I'm deserving of child support and spousal support because this is how she was going to handle it. So she's not a fit parent. Or flip to that, time goes on, and now kids got to make a decision to sacrifice to take care of mom. Is that kid going to make that sacrifice? You got to think about that on all those fronts. But before anything else, Maddie, I definitely have to touch on what you said about the social distancing, because this is major. The government just did something recently. They just asked for retirees to come back on active duty. Over 9,000 people have been recalled to active duty. That's one. Two, people not paying attention to this stuff, but you know, the president has the ability, or he's already done certain steps, like authorizing the Defense Protection Act or Production Act, which allows him to step in, take over a business, and say, you're going to produce these items. Okay? The president can, in fact, say, I'm going to call for martial law at the federal level. The second he does that, and he doesn't need the governor's consent, he can do that and now federalize all of the National Guards. So if the situation really got bad because people weren't listening, he could literally say, we're going to do a nationwide lockdown, everybody in your houses, and now the active duty military, the National Guards have all been pulled up as of under martial law and are now enforcing that. People don't want to listen to that stuff, but you know what? If you don't want to listen, if you don't want to believe that this stuff is real, look at Italy.
Yes.
Italy, where they're now taking skating rinks, ice rinks, and turning them into makeshift morgues. Don't think that the funeral homes and the morgue facilities in the United States can support a whole bunch of people dying. So from the funeral service side of things, if somebody dies, guess what the directive is? If somebody dies and they're suspected of being connected with or having been infected with COVID, it is called direct burial, meaning you die that morning. By that evening, you're in the ground. There is no, oh well, I'm gonna have this person held on for a couple of days, and we're gonna get the family together and we're gonna do a funeral. No, there's none of that. There's no getting a chance to see the person, you know, with an open casket. Nah, that ain't happening. Okay, so if people don't want to pay attention to social distancing, go ahead. I'm gonna sit back because I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. As for me and my house,
we gonna serve the Lord and make our quilts, right?
I was just about to say that, man.
Let me add Vincent. Let me add
Vincent. This place that I pay rent in, because that's what I need to do.
Vincent, so are they doing that in Spain right now?
Well, with the ice skating rink, I'm not sure if that was in Italy, but I know in Madrid, it's called El Palacio de Hielo, the Ice Palace. And they opened that skating rink as a morgue.
Oh my God.
I think also in Belgium, they're doing the same thing. I may be wrong on that. I'm not sure about Italy. But yeah, what the other guest was saying before, Rodriguez, someone dies from COVID-19, there is no chance to bury your loved ones. There's no chance because they don't know if the bodies are still contagious even after death.
Yep.
Wait.
Because
In fact, I'm glad that he said that because he just reminded me of something. With direct burial, there is no, okay, well, this person died and I'm going to embalm them.
no,
we're not even
no,
allowed to do
nothing.
that.
Well, they don't know if the bodies are affected. They don't know enough about this disease. So the thing
Yeah.
about the direct burial is to stop the disease from spreading. So they're not going to give you the opportunity to potentially, contaminate another situation, another space, and have more people get sick, especially when they just don't know enough about the disease.
Yeah, because now here, the ones who are getting infected are, a lot of the care workers, doctors, nurses, the policemen are getting infected. The head of the police department in Barcelona, he just died, a few days ago.
Oh my God.
It's, it's just rampant. It's rampant.
But
And
look,
the thing is, all the governments, they're just dragging their damn asses on this. It's not only in the States, it's here in Spain, it's here, it's in Italy, it's everywhere. Everyone has acted slowly, and it's all for fucking political, gain.
yes. And here's the thing.
I
saw it in Contagion.
It's exactly the same.
It's exactly the same way.
Exactly.
If people go watch the movie Contagion, what's going on right now is exactly, now it might be a little dramaed up a little bit because there are cameras there, but watching that movie, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And the people were dying, they were burying those people right there in the ground, right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, Italy, they were just cremating, like, I don't know how many hundreds of people they were cremating in Italy. They're just cremating them, and the sad thing is that now, they're saying, with the older people, they're not going to treat, the elderly, because, if they already have it, they're already going to die. And it's sad that we're losing a generation of people, our elders, and it's scary. It truly is scary, especially if you have family members who have, lung problems. My sister, my niece, they both have asthma. They're in New Jersey and they're on lockdown. Like my sister, my niece, she's taking her courses online, and my sister's not allowing her out that house.
My God, today.
Hey, Maddie.
Yes, baby.
Yeah, when it comes to, I don't believe that it's for political gain. Honestly, I think, and just hear me out on this. I believe that a lot of the governments are really hoping that the general populace will have enough control to actually do things on their own, as in to make the precautions and stuff like that. Because you got to think about it. The second that the government steps in and says, you know what, you're too immature to do this on your own, so we're going to do it for you. We're going to make the decisions for you. That's going to cause a whole lot of issues, not just from the disease, but people that will rebel against that, which now you have to deal with those people that are rebellious. Are they going to be put inside a jail cell where now you may not be able to keep them in that social distancing and then spread the disease? Or, how is that those rules of engagement going to be? So I understand to a certain extent why the government is being slow to enforce that stuff in any country, because that's a very, very nasty place to get to, because now you're taking away people's freedoms. But at the same time, if people are not going to do what they need to do, that may be what we have to.
Well, you see, they're not doing it. You see that they are not doing it. They are.
I think that's the question. Will people's liberties, will people be able to let go of some of their liberties to to vanquish this virus?
They won't. They won't. I mean,
I would like to add.
They're not, obviously. I mean, we saw Craig taking the stroll to the gym.
Yeah. I hate to say it.
Well, I can't speak on that, but I think that Rodriguez, I agree with you. And I think there's the economical impact as well. So if things start to shut down, then you
Most
have way more people that you have to economically support so that crime doesn't rise to the level of where, we are now. We didn't change from Contagion and now we're going into what's that movie where you
Outbreak.
like, no, where you get absolved of your sins for one day?
Oh,
Purge.
Purge, where we transition from Contagion and then we go to Purge because now people are just going on this crime spree, not necessarily to get absolved of their crimes or get back at people, but because as natural human beings, we want to eat, we want to sleep. There are natural things that we want to do, and when we're deprived of any of those, we are going to go into attack mode. So I think it's also to save to create and establish some type of community as well as like just safety for people as well.
Desmond Williams said unemployment is at 3.3 million.
Oh yeah, unemployment. The thing is, now I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say who, one person or the other helped to get things planned out, but this whole stimulus thing that was done, that's great to help people at least to some extent, but it's not enough. I don't. It's not something that necessarily is going to support me because I'm in the military. I'm still forced to go to work. But here's what the military has done. I can tell you for a fact that everybody in the military, if you were supposed to move, change to another duty station in another state, that's been put on hold. If you're supposed to be on leave or vacation, that's been put on hold. I'm not allowed to go outside of a certain mile radius from where I'm stationed at. In addition to that, they have said, if you're not mission essential, stay at home, work from home. Now, the reason why they're having us do that is to lower the possibility that we could be infecting other people and making it worse. I want y'all to think about the whole situation that happened on that cruise ship. Now, can you imagine if something like that happened on that hospital ship that they just sent over to New York or that they sent over to LA?
Yeah.
If one person got infected on that hospital, on that ship, that entire ship could now be contagious to everybody.
Yep.
This isn't, and this the thing about this disease is they don't know whether or not, okay, I got infected and I healed from it. Am I now immune to it? Or can I be infected again? They haven't figured that out yet. So this whole thing about social distancing, self-quarantine, staying at home, or the safer at home factors, that's real. And that's for everybody's benefit. It's not just old people that's getting sick. That's affecting everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, Austin Steinaway says the problem is that people would rather talk about mess than talk about what is actually going on right now. Maybe if we were allowed to talk facts, people would be more educated.
He's absolutely right. But it's not just about talking facts. It's people being aware of what's going on. There is a video on Twitter of a white man who was, and he was live streaming this. He talked about the fact that he had tested positive for corona.
Uh-huh.
Okay? He was asymptomatic.
Yeah.
He had no symptoms. You couldn't tell that he was positive. 3, he was walking around Walmart. He was told to go home to self-quarantine. In case now let me just say this before I continue on. I don't know whether or not this person was doing that for clicks, likes, and views, and maybe he didn't have it, or if he did. I'm going off of what he said in the video. He said that he was asymptomatic. He said
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But no, facts were, he said out of his own mouth, he was positive. He said that he was asymptomatic. He said that he was walking around Walmart. He said out of his own mouth, if somebody catches it from him, that's just on them. He's not going to be, stuck up in the house and all of this stuff. So let's talk about those facts. Let's talk about the fact that people may potentially be out there knowing that they actually have been positive, and they're actually going out there knowing that they're potentially infecting people. Why is that okay?
Well, this is why I think that soon that they are really going to implement the martial law, because nobody is really well, and it's because it's like you watching it on TV and and you watching people on social media and you see somebody have a IV in their arm and then you be like, oh, that's so sad. Oh, and then you get up and you go in your car and be like, child, let's go have a barbecue, because it's not touching you. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Lexi Unruly said, I've been working every day, and if someone at my job becomes positive, we become quarantined with them. Essential workers are at risk every day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't understand how people are just not getting it. Like my neighbors were like having a full on like barbecue the other day. Probably about 20 or 30 people at their house. And I was just like, what aren't we getting? Like, stay at home. When they say stay at home, they mean stay at home, not stay at home and go to other people's house and still congregate and socialize. That's not what it means.
Girl.
If I could touch that one, Maddie. So Audrey, well, this is actually for everybody. I want y'all to picture this. My first deployment, I remember going overseas, and I would see the people that had already been deployed and stuff like that. Everybody was upset. Everybody was crying. Okay. Shit didn't get real for me until that first bomb dropped and I got my first dead bodies in my morgue facility. That's when it became real to me, because then I saw, oh shit, this is not no play. They killing people for real.
For real. Yeah.
Okay. Now, even with that, after I got that realization, I looked at the people that were around me, that they were not in that facility. They weren't the medics that were treating people that got hurt. They weren't friends with somebody that got hurt. They weren't in the morgue facility to see the dead bodies. They just were on the camp. Guess what? It still wasn't real for them. For them, it was, okay, well, that's stuff outside the gates. That's not something that's affecting here on the camp. It didn't become real to everybody that was on the camp until that first rocket landed on the camp and somebody that was stepping out of a porta-john got killed. That made it real for every single person in that camp. I hate to say it, but this is honestly how it is when it comes to we as, Americans, or we as people. It's not going to become real until it's something that affects our circle, whether it's our circle at work, our circle at home, or our circle in our community. That's when it becomes real.
Yeah.
We have this sense of entitlement, especially as Americans. And it's just like, oh, I don't want you to make me stay in my house. You can't tell me what to do. And it's just like you're failing to realize that they're saying these things for our safety, but for some reason it's not sinking in yet. And like you said, Rodriguez, it's not going to happen until like it's bam in their face, like something drastic happens and we're put in a position that we have to go, wow, like they weren't playing. They were like serious about this.
Serious, right.
Yeah.
As Shantoria Marina says, I'm a postal worker and we're told we can't stay home. We're essential workers. They don't care about us being single parents or anything. Tell us figure out what to do with our children and make it work. My God, today.
So, and Maddie, that is really sad because I work in education and I used to be a homeschool teacher when I first had my kids, which kind of led to when I told you I had that postpartum. Yeah. Is because I went from working with adults, traveling across the world to now being at home with an infant all day. And I damn near lost my mind. Right. So I just feel extremely on both ends. I feel extremely sorry for those who have to work and make it work. And then I feel sorry for those who are at home and don't have the necessary coping skills mentally to deal with their own children as many hours as they have not had to deal with before, because now child abuse rates are rising. I mean, it's just so much that's going on that you don't even know where to start.
But let me tell you something, Miss Mel B. Let me tell you something. Now these parents are finding out that their kids are really bad in school.
Exactly.
Yes.
Baby,
Fucking kids is bad as hell in school. And
baby.
this why they need to take that instead of running out there jumping on teachers like you or trying to attack teachers like you. They need to be paying their children. They need to be saying like, "Damn, that teacher one line on you."
Hold on, where? I wish Chichi was here, but since he's not, I'm gonna do it for him. Message.
Right. Hold on, now. We gotta ask. I had Darcel sitting out here. Darcel, you was sitting over there listening to all this. How you feel, good?
I'm listening and I'm agreeing with what everyone is saying. Like, we have to do better because this is serious. This is serious. I mean, every day, there's hundreds of people dying. I'm listening and we just have to do better.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
We're showing a lack of respect for one another when, we're going out and about. It's not for anything essential. We're just going out and about. Like Craig, for example, he's out running in the park. We have to show respect for our fellow man.
Yes. Sat down, honey. Put your ass on the seat.
Yes. Yes.
And not even, Darcel, not even for our fellow man, for the people who are risking it all, that are going to work every day to make sure we have food and water and healthcare. And they're putting these people, they're making what they're doing in vain.
My daughter is a nurse, and
Absolutely.
I fear for her.
And I understand why there may be some people that are going.
Hold on, Rodriguez. Hold on, because Miss Darcel was telling us her daughter's a nurse.
Yeah, she's a nurse, and I feel for her every single day that she goes to work. They have as soon as they show up, they have to get their temperatures checked, and thank God no one has had a fever or had to be sent home. And I just told her this the other day. I worry about you every single day because what she does, she is at risk. She's at risk.
Yeah.
So we just have to.
Yeah, no, the hospitals are running out of supplies everywhere.
Yes. And it's because people are showing up like respect. They're going out here and they're buying up everything. They're putting it on eBay. The
price gouging is incredible.
Yes, and it's really sad. It's really sad. We have to do better. We have to do better.
Yes.
Because
hold on, I didn't want to have you. I didn't want you to think I wasn't coming back. Hold on 1 second, because I get a little feedback from you. But hold on 1 second. So let me see here. We tried to get Morgan on him. Morgan, did you get the sound together, Miss Morgan Cooper? God damn it, where the sound is?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh my
you
God.
done came in here snapping and popping and carrying on.
Hi.
Okay,
so I'm in Texas. Yeah.
You in Texas?
I'm in Texas. I'm a food service worker. I work for, I don't know if I should say it because I don't, contracts or whatever.
No, don't do that.
Okay. But here's the crazy thing. They're actually offering us bonuses for exposure risk.
Hazardous duty pay.
Yeah. Like, they're like, okay, you're going out there. We need you guys. Like, we need you to stock and keep the stores covered. They have plans for, like, if the smaller stores, like Dollar General's, Family Dollars close down, that we're going to be teamed up to work the H-E-Bs, the grocery stores, Ralph's, all of that stuff, so that we can keep the main stores stocked. Major cities like Dallas or something like that, our factories make 100,000 units. We're ordering 200,000 units a day to keep up with the demand.
Absolutely.
What?
Insanity. Yeah. And after all of that, I still got to go home and homeschool my kids.
Girl, let me tell you something. You need to reach out to me. I can tell you all about it.
Crazy. Not only that, but what is it? I wrote his name down. Lieutenant Dan Patrick out here. He's actually trying to ask people, like the elderly, because they're passing more to the virus, Like they're like, he pretty much in layman's terms, because like my mom was an English major in school, so I was able to pull what he was trying to say without the political talk. But he was pretty much like, hey, you care about your grandkids, go outside and breathe. Like, take one for the team, help the economy. And I was like, but you're 75.
Wait, really?
You didn't see that, Maddie?
Yes. Lieutenant Dan
Yes.
Patrick is like a senior governor.
Somebody send me that, because that's definitely going on the docket for Monday. Send me that. Somebody,
Wait, the
please.
lieutenant governor?
Yes, and he's a donkey of the day on the Breakfast Club.
Wow.
And I mean, I'm not from here. I'm originally from California. My mom talked to my uncle out there. They've locked it down. They've got it on martial law level 1. They have military presence out there right now. They're talking about on our end, as far as us business people, we're gonna get issued cards. It's almost kind of like it almost takes me back to kind of like the Holocaust, where you have to have cards to prove your
Essential
race.
worker card.
Yep.
But
Essential worker
Yeah,
card.
some parts of Spain they have it.
Heading to work, that we are who we say we are.
Yep.
So we can go to work. That's how much they want to tighten it up. Yes, indeed.
Oh my God. So okay, so
Yeah.
let's say if martial law was implemented, we would only be able to go to the grocery store,
Medical appointment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Major essentials
Essential.
and nothing else. And it's pretty much going to be like a ghost town. So you're going to stick out like a sore thumb, period. So you have to be prepared to pretty much get pulled over, pull out your paperwork. Me, I'm not a CDL worker, but I do have paperwork like, hey, I am a food service worker. Hey, I work for this company. I'm heading here. And best believe, I guess, if they don't believe you, they probably will tell you to make sure, depending on what level, because it escalates in level, and then that makes it worse, for people. But yeah, I mean, they're locking it down. There's certain stores that are only allowing like the elderly in. I was working Super Bulk, which is like the bigger stores. They had to let us service workers come in and shop, like while we were waiting and checking our product to shop. So we actually had a chance to get essentials like water, toilet paper, things like that, and put them in our work vehicles. Like, it's been absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. And
hold on, the people Ruby capital G lowercase G said we're not locked down in California. Traffic is down, but people still being stupid. My cousin works for private preschool and it's still open. Come back, Mel. Okay, I did see. Come on back. Okay, hold on. I did see somebody say, I'm getting it. Yeah. Lashira said they started that here in New York. You must have an essential worker ID.
Maddie?
Hold on. Rochelle Perkins says, my cousin in the Atlanta area told me he has an ID for him to move around before and after the curfew. So wait, we got a curfew here too?
Yes.
Yeah, y'all do.
Yeah.
Girl, I
didn't
ain't know. So I wouldn't know nothing about this shit.
Yeah. My husband's dad works in a certain area of the government, and they were saying, before they instituted, he was like, their essential workers will have a badge and they'll be able to move around. And if you are out and seeming like you're not like congregating together, you don't have that, it's a wrap.
No. At two for real. Hey, baby, says Maddie. It's called shelter in place, not lockdown. Yeah, they don't want to use those words. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess they don't want to use those words. Oh, they say curfew is for the city of Atlanta. Yeah, y'all know I live out in the boondocks. See, Dick, listen, let me tell y'all something. When I be talking my motherfucking shit, I had said what I had said was I ain't live on no bus line. I was being a mess cussing that other bitch out. I ain't live on no bus line, and I ain't, but I don't mind living out here like this. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I watch the movies, girl. Y'all, I watch the movies. And when I see those movies, man, they go they can put the motherfucker down and give me mine. I'm gonna be at the TV watching like, oh.
So, Maddie,
Mhm.
I hate.
I mean, people out here
I
are
hate to
losing their
hurt
mind.
your
I was servicing a Sam's Club out here.
Maddie, I hate to hurt your soul, baby.
Oh, wait a minute.
But
wait a minute. Rodriguez said he finna hurt my soul. Tell me, babe.
I'm sorry, but I want you to think about something. So you live at a distance, right?
I had a way distance.
So when you live at a far out distance, a lot of the more the higher level skills and things like that, like the level 2 trauma centers and stuff like that, those are not necessarily way out in the boondocks. I hate to put it that way.
I know.
So I'm out in Oklahoma, okay? And we went within the span of 24 hours. We got breaking news. We have 3 confirmed cases. And within a matter of hours, they went from 3 to 6 confirmed cases. Now, in my local area, we have 2 hospitals that I can think of off the top of my head. There's no guarantee that both of those hospitals have the skills and everything that are needed, like a level 2 trauma center or a level 3 or anything like that. So if somebody needs that additional level care or specialist level care or something, they might have to airlift you out to somewhere.
Well, they gonna airlift me. Well, listen, we ain't fucking with it out here, and that's why we gonna let Craig go down there and run up and down the street in his panties. We gonna let Craig run all up and down the street in his motherfucking panties and shit like that, and we gonna stay over here, and he can get. You see where it's all going? To Craig live in the city. You see where it's all, where you? I could go outside right now. Ain't no motherfucking body having no barbecue or no goddamn picnic. I promise you that.
But I mean, even if they did have a barbecue or picnic, y'all so spread out that it's kind of easier to make sure that what they doing over there is not going to affect you over here.
So we got a less chance of getting the virus, right? So we got a smaller chance of getting the virus, right?
Not necessarily a smaller chance per se, but you have a greater chance of being able to, be okay in the circumstance because of the fact that your houses are kind of built already with social distancing in mind and stuff like that.
Right. Classy Doll says, I'm furious. Why would they want any school open to give out lunches? I told my mom, no, you can't.
I can speak on that, Maddie. So I've
They have
only
us pull up
worked.
and they're bringing them out to everybody. You have to have
Yeah.
in the car. I haven't done it. I don't have to, but that's what they're having us do out here, at least.
Yeah, I can speak to that, Maddie, because I work in education. Most of the schools that we support or that I have supported are Title I schools. Those kids without this service would be starving at home because their parents just don't make enough money to support the student eating breakfast and lunch, and they had not accounted for that in their budget. So unless they raise or increase the food stamps or the public service, whatever stipends to support those children's nutrition, by law, if they qualify for free or reduced lunch, they should be still receiving that service. Now, what some people have done to mitigate it is what Morgan has spoken to is testing their people that's distributing it before they distribute it, making sure that they have the proper proper attire than they had before. But at most of the schools that I've worked with and I've served with, I've worked with only 90% or higher reduced and free lunch, which means 90% of the people in that building depend on the school for food necessities.
My God, today.
Melby, and also you don't want it to be a situation like back at home in Memphis. They had to shut down the one of the meal programs because one of the workers tested positive. So
yeah, it's a catch-22.
Yeah.
It's a catch-22. The problem is in poverty areas, those kids, and I'm telling you, I've worked in a school. I literally just stopped working in a school. Like right now, I consult with multiple schools. But as a assistant principal, when I was in the school, all of my kids went through the line. Most of them went through the line. Very few brought their lunch to school.
My God, today.
Yeah, some of them, that's all that this, school lunch and breakfast is basically their whole meal for the day.
Okay, so So here's my last question on the situation, because I try to keep this show to about 2 hours and some change. We all 2 hours with some change. But here's my thing. I'm gonna close out in a minute. This stimulus that they say they're going to give the American people, it's not going to do anything.
It's going to help to.
Listen, I was a little tardy this morning because I was up paying my car insurance. And I told my car insurance, I was like, listen, I'm about not to pay you motherfucking hoes because I ain't driving. And girl, y'all want $400 and $500 for car insurance and stuff like that. And I ain't never had no accident, and I ain't been speeding, and I ain't this. And y'all want this kind of money. And I need all my money right now. I need every penny, every dime, every nickel, everything. Like I'm paying the minimum payments on my credit cards for right now. I'm paying the minimum payment. I usually pay big lumps. I pay the minimum payment on the bitch now. I pay
something they won't tell you, Maddie, is you can get forbearance on some things, but be careful with that because it goes to the end of your payments and it could get a little sticky.
Yes.
The second thing is you can reduce your coverage. If you're not driving anywhere, just reduce your coverage because you can always take it back up if you want to as well. So if you really, really aren't going anywhere, like really plan to stay in the house and not go anywhere, reduce your coverage and your payment should be reduced.
Yeah, I thought about it because they were talking to me about it. I had to renew my insurance. I had to renew it because, child, I was sitting over there. Girl, it's a long story. But I renewed my insurance this morning. I ended up paying $432 and some change. And then now my new monthly payments is $299.34 or some shit I pay a month now, But here's the thing. At the end of the day, what is the stimulus going to do? What is it going to do? It's not going to do nothing. People are going to be so far behind in payments, so far behind in stuff because all the money that got cut out.
Well, not necessarily, Maddie, because there was, if memory serves me, I know, like, from the federal side, they did enact certain things where, like, if you have student loan debts or anything like that, your loans were kind of put on a pause or something to that effect, where no additional interest or anything like that could be charged for a certain period of time. I know certain states are already doing certain things where if you you don't have to pay rent and this thing and the next thing during this time period. Each state or each county may even have their own way of handling it. And I hate to say it, but unless it becomes a federal level thing, which that again will come under martial law, where they can say, okay, well now since the governors are not doing it and protecting the people, these are reasons why we're now going to enact federal martial law, and we're going to say we're going to do it this way, and we're going to put all these additional provisions in. So they could always go back and make it retroactive, where from the first onset of the first coronavirus case here in the United States, whatever debts were accumulated from that point forward is now being erased or something like that. Those are all options that could in actuality happen.
It could.
It's gonna hurt people in the long run.
Possibly. Yeah, because of the rearages, like it'll be rearages at the end. Like that's the same way they're gonna do with people mortgage, they're gonna put it on the back end of the loan. But this is the thing, like and that's why I'm paying my mortgage, so I don't have to get no rearages on the back of my loan, But at the end of the day, we don't know how long this shit gonna last. For one, for two, we do know that the numbers are not decreasing; they are increasing. Three, we see via Craig that the people is outside barbecuing, they acting like ain't shit going on.
Yep.
If anything, I feel like
on the other side, we looking at social media. We see people on ventilating machines. We see people. Y'all, I want to come forth and tell all my fans I tested positive for the corona. I'm like, shit. Listen.
And honestly, Madison, quiet is kept. If you don't give some financial, if you don't give some financial support with people trying to understand how to balance that money, it's just gonna be a waste.
Right. Right. What you say, Ms. Morgan?
Oh, I said I feel like if anything, it's gonna put more people at risk because for me, I was smart. I saved my money. Like I saved my income tax. Okay. What I noticed, especially with me traveling and doing what I'm doing for a living, right? I see the same people going to the same places, burning up all their gas to buy the limits of what is necessary. If they give that money out, not saying that people don't deserve it, but what it's going to do is going to make everybody clump up again. We had our first flow, and it was like Black Friday, but for produce. It was insanity. It's all it's going to do is it's going to make things a little bit worse, I feel like. I'm not saying that people shouldn't have it. I'm not saying any of that stuff, but I just noticed like the kind of panic that it's causing, especially on our end and in my end in the food industry. But you know, like I couldn't put something up there on the shelf fast enough before it was gone, and you know, people are in this panic, and you know, like we have sheriffs. Like for example, the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with, I live in Odessa, Texas. I was servicing a store in Midland, Texas. A man of Latin descent who was 19 years old. Maybe you could look this up, Maddie. It's on Costa 7 for our local news. He walked up to an Asian family and stabbed the guy because he's like, you have the coronavirus. Stabbed him.
Heard about that.
Slashed his kid's ear from ear to like eye.
Wow.
He was holding his kids to protect them from this guy who was just like, hey, you have the coronavirus. Yak. The store was served. We couldn't service for 2 days. We could not do our job for 2 days. Okay? So honestly, what I also feel bad for, because I am from the state of California, it's a melting pot. There's so many different races and ethnicities out there. All these people out here, some of them haven't even been to their home country just because they look like they're Asian descent. People are acting real ignorant out here.
Mm-hmm. It's gotta
showing
stop.
themselves in a major way. Like, that's what concerns me, is that I'm going to be doing my job as a food service worker, and somebody might be passing by me and lose their mind.
Yeah, you done became like the bank people now.
Man of Latin descent is like gone. He is in jail. Everybody has survived, thank the Lord, right? But I was like, I asked them, I said, I normally don't service it. I said, well, what happened? And they were like, oh, you don't know? And I was like, well, I'm lost. I'm out of the loop. I do my work and I go home. I spend time with my family. And they go on to tell me that. They just spotted him. He walked up to him and just started going at it. His intent was to kill that family because they were Asian. It's your fault.
Well, that's the rhetoric of the president. The president,
Yes, ma'am.
He called it the Chinese flu.
This is an Asian disease or something like that, right?
Yeah.
He called it the Chinese
flu. That I think of.
The Wuhan virus.
They're going to go back out and be desperate again.
Yeah.
With that money, because I think they're getting like $3,400 or something like that. So they're going to go out there and
Rodriguez can't say anything about his boss.
She said,
hey, you know what? Hey, I'm glad you said that, because here's something when people think about, oh well, they don't want to lose their liberties. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've lost certain liberties.
Of course you did.
Pointed it out. I can't speak on how I feel about the president, whether I like him or not. I am not allowed to speak about it. Okay, so if you think that it cannot be done, if you think that you can't survive without certain liberties and all of this stuff, you can. It's not easy. Don't get me wrong. It is not easy, but it's something that can be done. And while I got y'all attention, there's just something that's been going in my head. For all of the single parents out there that are mission essential, or even if you're not a single parent, if you are mission essential, you know, I would say look around your community. Find out who else is mission essential. Because I'm not going to say that it's going to be an easy thing, but this might be something you have to do. Find out who around you is also mission essential, and y'all get together and be like, look, you mission essential, I'm mission essential, you got kids, I got kids. Look, let's let our kids stay together in your house or something, and you and I stay here in this house. Or something like that, where you don't have to worry about possibly coming home and infecting your family and your kids and everything. Make sure that they're quarantined away from you. You can talk to them on the phone, you can do all of this stuff, but at least you know your family is safe. Do that, or even do that with if you can't, if you are mission essential, you got to go to work. Let your kids stay with your family somewhere where you know that they're going to be safe. It's not easy, but honestly, it's the best way to make sure that you're protecting your family.
Yeah.
All right. All right, y'all. We done been on here 2 hours and 24 minutes, y'all. I'm gonna have to close it out because I don't want the video being frozen right at the spot. That's how they did the show, the Queen Supreme Court show, that I got the right YouTube, and then ain't nobody over there. They motherfucking ass ain't, because I'm over there writing them about my check. Hey, make sure y'all have my motherfucking check.
Well, Maddie, fire Craig and hire Vincent.
Vincent still work for me. That's what people don't know. Vincent still work for me. Vincent hit me up the other night and said, "Bitch,
Not me."
Vincent said, "Bitch, you over there standing away from Rona?" I said, "Rona ain't got no power here. I bound her up." So
exactly. Tell Vincent, calm down.
Calm down. Okay. All right, Rodriguez, it was good having you on. Y'all don't go. I'm gonna let everybody go one at a time. I'm gonna bring the folks back that was stayed in the back. So Rodriguez, it was good having you on. You know you always welcome. We'll be back Tuesday with the morning show, but Monday we gonna have the Queen Supreme Court show. So y'all tune into that. Unless it's emergency, I'll be having emergency here with y'all. So Rodriguez, thank you. You looking for my quilt, yeah?
Absolutely. And Maddie, if you ever got any questions about anything, military, government related or whatever, feel free to inbox me.
Send me an inbox. Tell me about the government and let me know when the men's is. Listen, I'm gonna get fucked up out there anyway. Them men's gonna come over here in them suits and them things like that. I'm like, hey, y'all want a soda?
Child, please, quiet as kept. The best in shape branch of the military is the Marines. I'm just
We're
saying.
not gonna talk about that. My husband's a veteran, no.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry, but I know. But I know that the best in shape branch
I like the Marines. They close to the water, and I'm fish already, bitch. So don't play.
Ooh, the Navy.
All right, Rodriguez. Thank you, baby.
No problem. Love y'all.
I'll see you this week.
Okay.
All right. All right, let me see. Now listen, Miss Morgan, I want you to be safe and be careful out there. And you always welcome to come over here and holler at me and shit like that. You welcome and keep us
and don't forget
keep us up on the news now. You're always welcome. Yeah.
Don't forget about Stan Patrick on your show.
Send it to me in the inbox. Inbox me. I'm gonna be going through my inbox today on Facebook.
Okay.
Whichever. I'm gonna be in them today.
You too.
Right. Today, yeah. All right, baby. All right, Mel B, you're so pretty, and you changed my perspective on the situation, and I thank you so very much for that. Like, not my perspective, it's just that I had to see it from a point of, I saw what you were saying, and I get it, but I did love your answer when you said that, take me.
Yeah.
I don't want to make that decision between me and I felt that on the way, because it's like I love them both equally. And I got that. I understood that. And listen, I thank you for all the information that you brought me today and shared with the people that watching. You was great. And you always welcome to come on here, come back when you see the little thing, click, get down there, to mash it, and come on in,
I will, Maddie. I love you so much.
I love you too. And I know you're going to come in with some intellect. You're so pretty. I love old beautiful
women. Thank you. A cis woman, huh? Is that what they call us?
Women, beautiful cisgender woman. A beautiful woman made me want to be a woman. I said, yeah, I want to be a woman too, God damn it. But
thank you, Maddie.
And thank you for coming in and educating the people that watch. I thank you so much. And you always welcome here.
Love you, Maddie.
And be safe. Okay. All right. Audrey, you always welcome to come around here, girl. You can't manage it. You always welcome to come in and talk with us here on the show. I love you so much, and thank you for joining us this morning, baby.
Love you too, Maddie. Thank you for having me on. I so appreciate it.
And I'll see you this week. All right, baby. Bye.
Bye.
Kenneth, thank you. Thank you for coming on, telling us your story, talking with us and stuff like that. I'm sorry I had you in the background a little bit, child, honey, but
it's all good, love. It's all good. Thank you for having me.
You know, you're welcome to come back. You're always welcome to come back on any topic we talking about, honey. Just come on in. You know, I'll be scheduling the show, so you know we and I might be 2 minutes late. I'm colored. Shit, don't hold it.
Look. As long as you get there when you get there, and everybody who's there will be there. Don't worry about it, girl.
That's
Don't
right.
worry about it.
And you be
Thank
safe.
you for having me.
You're welcome, and you be safe up there in New York City here.
Oh, I look. I'm in the house. I got my ginger and my ale. Look,
that ginger shit.
Got my gummy bears. Look, got my Slim Jim. Look, got my Funyuns. Look, I ain't playing no damn. Look, got my Kit Kat. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
All right, Kenny.
God bless.
I see you this week.
All right. Take care. Love you.
Love you too. Miss Darcel, thank you for coming on with us this morning. I had a good time with you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we had a good time this morning.
Oh, so Tuesday you owe me.
I got you.
As soon as you put the link down, I'm gonna click it. So
yeah, and make sure that you can have that sound together in the back, because I hear a little popping and cracking in the background. You know, make sure you have that.
I definitely will, Maddie. I love you so much.
I love you too, baby.
And for entertaining me. Your mother, please tell her I love her. I wish that I could come over there and get some of that good old food that y'all keep talking
about. Girl, it be good. Oh, and she in here cooking now. Oh, I can smell.
That was a point that I wanted to make. Can I say it really, really quick?
Go ahead.
You know, I've heard you say this several times that you cannot carry a child.
I can't.
I know. And I've heard you say this for years. You said this for years. But you know, watching you, I see that you have that maternal instinct within you, and that you will be an excellent mother to a child. You can have your own children, and you know that. You know that there are things that you can do.
I know the procedure.
Exactly. You know, you don't have to stick it in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, listen, I ain't gonna do it no other way. If I can't do it that way, I ain't doing it no other way.
You don't want to shake it out in the cup?
I don't want to put it in the cup. I do that enough. I'm through the quarantine, damn it.
Not right now, but when you're ready. You know what I'm saying? When you're ready. I just do you say that a lot. But I love you so much, and thank you for entertaining, keeping me in.
Come on back when you see me up here. Now, here.
I will be back Tuesday.
All right, baby.
And Monday, I will be watching you on the Queen Supreme.
There we go.
Okay.
My baby.
Mingle,
baby. Christian Mingle.
Love you.
I love you too. And be good. Be safe.
All right. You too, baby. Love you.
Okay. Love you. Okay, bye. Bijan the Don. Bijan, you ain't got Bijan done gone. Where you at, Bijan? Bijan, you gone?
Hey, yes.
Bijan, I ain't mean to have you in the back, Charlie. It got real busy.
Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Hold on. My volume isn't working.
Play with it. Make it. There
Okay,
it
I'm
is.
here.
Bijan, I'm sorry to have you in the back. Listen, I ain't want to treat you like you was colored. We was moving around, honey. And I wish this program. See, the only thing, like if we had Zoom, I think Zoom allows you to have up to 100 people. But this you got only let you have 6 people. So you know, I got to flutter it around. I got to stick my finger in it and move it around a little bit.
Hold on, Maddie, because now my volume isn't working, and I've been dying to be with you.
I can hear you though.
Oh my God! Hold on, wait.
I can hear you.
I've been waiting for this. What I gotta do? Hold on. Let me see. Let me see, Lord. Please don't, because I know I can't hear myself, but I just want to let you know you are everything to me. I swear. I live vicariously through you, and I get so much of my inspiration and so much of my joy, my laughter, everything comes from you. I just want to thank you for being who you are in the community. I want to thank you for being a strong Black woman. Yes, woman. Yes, woman.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
And I love you.
I love you too. And I didn't mean to have you on the back, baby. So what you do, come Tuesday, as soon as
hear
you
yourself in the background.
As soon as you hear the link, as soon as you see the link, you come on in. Tuesday.
As soon as you hear the link, as soon as you see the link, you come on in. All right. Tuesday, I'm here.
All right.
Maddie, I love you so much.
I love you.
God, I love you so much.
I love you too, baby. And I thank you so much for being with me, for being with us with Maddie in the morning. For Maddie in the morning.
Oh, I got my look. In the words of Miss Sophia, baby.
Oh my God.
But let me get off.
Okay, I see you too.
Make sure this volume is straight, okay?
All right. Get that together for Tuesday.
All right.
All right, baby.
Bye.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for being with me this morning, honey. We done had a long conversation. We had a good time. I thank you for both my Facebook, my YouTube, both of my YouTube, my Facebook, and my Periscope. I thank you guys that watch all over. I thank my guest jurors. Shit, we still in the courtroom. The background just changed, but I thank y'all for coming in, watching. I thank you so very much. We have this helps us pass the time. And if this keeps y'all in the house, then I've been did this shit every goddamn day. Stay your ass in the house. Sit down. So this coronavirus can get her ass somewhere and sit down so we can get Rhoda somewhere and sit down. Yeah. I love you guys very much. And, you know, I would definitely see you guys on the Queen Supreme Court Monday. And then we'll be back on the morning show on Tuesday. I love you guys so very much. I do. And thank you for all your gifts and donations. Thank you so much for those that super chatted me and sent me cash app and stuff like that. Thank you so much. Hell, I'm gonna be putting a grocery drive together soon. But I can't ship it nowhere. God damn it. This shit is getting shit is getting real. Shit is getting real. I love you guys, and I will. Y'all say every day. Y'all want the morning show every day? Woo. Y'all want the morning show every day? I'll pray about it. I'm going to pray about it and see what the good Lord tell me. I'll pray about it. But I love y'all very much. And I'll see y'all guys later on. I love you very much. Love you. This I can kiss you. I can kiss you through the phone. And y'all be blessed. Okay, y'all.